If you always wanted to write something but you still can't write, if you know so many things about a topic but you are not able to write, then this video is for you. I am going to give you certain tips, and if you will implement these tips in your life, then I think you will definitely be able to write, and you will be a spontaneous writer. And if you try your best, then you can also be a prolific writer. These tips are very practical, very useful, very beneficial. The first tip is about what I call as self-dictation. Self-dictation means you have to tell the lines to yourself without making any noise. That means you are not creating any sound, you are not opening your mouth, but you are dictating to yourself inside your mind. It is called as silent dictation by me. So this self-silent dictation would make you to write the sentences on paper by using a pen, or if you are using the computer, then you can type the sentences, whatever you are saying to yourself inside your mind. This has many benefits. First of all, it would help you to concentrate on whatever you are writing. It would make you to formulate the sentences. The best thing is words and phrases and clauses and sentences would flow like anything. You'll get the natural flow of writing and you'll write spontaneously. After you prepare the first draft, you can make changes. In the second draft, you have to make many changes. You can add sentences if you want, you can insert sentences, you can delete sentences, you can change words, you can use linking words to link two sentences, and also you can exchange so many words, you can use synonyms, antonyms, whatever you want to. You can add information, data, statistics, ideas, whatever you want to, but that is the work for the second draft. The first draft is so much important because that is the time when you are not able to write, I think. And if you follow the self-dictation style, self-dictation idea, then you will obviously be able to write spontaneously. Second secret tip is you have to read write-ups of the same genre. If you want to write an essay, then you have to read essays. If you want to write a novel, then you have to read novels. If you want to write for newspapers, then you have to read articles published in newspapers. That way you will get to know how other writers are formulating their sentences, how other writers are putting their thought in words, and how they are publishing their write-ups on different platforms. And that will give you a kind of motivation, and that will give you ideas how people are organizing their write-ups in a particular genre. If you want to write poems, then read poems. If you want to write books of academic interest, if you want to write books on certain discourses or certain philosophy or certain issues related to social science, if you want to write a book based on some fictitious incident, that means if you want to write fiction or a book of non-fiction category, then you have to read similar books which are published. And preferably you have to read the high standard books. That means those authors, those writers who are internationally acclaimed, so that you will get the samples of how these things are written by the acclaimed writers, by the renowned writers, by the award-winning writers. And then you will get how they were writing, what was their style, and how you would write, what is your standard, how you use the words when you are expressing your thought. There are different styles used by the authors. Some authors are using very funny style, some authors are using sarcasm, some authors are using informative style, some authors are very authoritative, some authors are very sincere, some authors use lucid, simple language, some authors use bombastic words and very complicated, complex sentences. So these are their styles. Depending upon your style, your capability, your skill, your motivation, your objective, and your target readership, you have to invent your own style. I'm not asking you to copy their styles, but you have to invent your own style. But the first thing you have to do is to read their works so that you will be familiar with their works and you will get to know how people of international repute have written books, written write-ups, articles, poems, stories, novels, dramas. So this will help you to garner the knowledge that you require in writing. You will enhance your skill by that way. So follow these tips, and I think you will be a prolific writer very soon.